Hey there, I'm Chef Ani. So a little while ago, we went to Norway. My mom is originally from Norway, so we have lots of family there, which is always super special to see them. This year though, we decided we wanted to go on a road trip with, get this, 3 generations of sisters. My grandma and her sister Tante Edith, my mom and her sister Tante Synnøve, but we call her Tante Nova, and of course you know me and my sister Kaya. Needless to say, this was going to be an adventure. And to top off this adventure, we were going to do the whole thing in electric cars, which always makes things extra exciting. When you ride in an electric car, you sit on the edge of your seat and you hope that you make it to the next charging station. And sometimes you don't make it. Been there, done that one. Sound like fun? Okay, so enough talking. Let's go to Norway. The first stop we made on this trip was to see this cute church and to visit this special rock. The story behind this rock is that there was a man named Sterkenes, and this man was so strong that he picked up this rock and threw it. My family told me somewhere down the line we are related to this guy, so Kaya decided she was going to try to move the rock.
I feel it budging.
I see it budging.
Thank you, honey. You have faith in me.
After charging the cars, we headed to the cabin where we would spend the night. Everything was going good until our GPS said we had reached our destination. And clearly, we had not. We tried the GPS app on our phone and drove down this crazy bumpy road. Finally, we found a cabin, but there was no house number on the cabin, so we really didn't know if this was our cabin or not. Desperate times calls for desperate measures, so Tante Nova and I decided to trek down to the cabin and scout it out. Yeah, here we go, Tante Nova. Here's the key box. Okay. Look how cute this is. And it's so cute. Let's tell the others. Hi, Mommy. It's really cute.
Is it?
You're gonna love it. Now that we had established that the cabin was cute, it was time to move in.
I've been trying to organize.
And we decided that food was a must. So we made vegan pizza, and there's never been 3 generations of happier sisters. Since we had arrived in the dark, the next morning we were so surprised to see that beautiful view. We so enjoyed our stay at the cabin, but the next morning it was time to clean up the cabin and pack the cars. Good morning.
Morning. Loading up the car.
Almost ready to go.
Yeah.
As we were leaving the cabin, I noticed this sign which had the house number on it. Would have been helpful a little sooner, but at least we knew we hadn't just invaded somebody's cabin. After enjoying this waterfall, we continued to drive, and finally we arrived at the coast and found the lighthouse where we would be spending the night.
This is the strong kind,
Wow.
and these are the regular kind.
The next morning, we got up early to watch the sunrise. The beach was so beautiful, but it was time to move on. So we said goodbye to the lighthouse, loaded up 3 generations of sisters, and off we went.
It takes a few minutes to charge the car, so in the meantime, Kaya and I are having a little bit of fun, right?
A lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
Get on the back.
Okay.
One of my favorite things about road trips is the sights that you see that you weren't planning on seeing when you started. For example, we were driving along and all of a sudden we see this incredible canyon. Or this amazing rock thing where hikers have been piling up rocks for years. Or this fantastic lookout spot. I could have sat there all day. So we continued to drive. Everything was going good until we ran into a roadblock, or a few hundred of them.
Look at all the sheep. I've never seen so many sheep.
I haven't either.
Thank you.
That was quite the experience, and I absolutely loved it. It was time, though, to turn our electric cars home. And after quite a few charging stops, we arrived safely back at my grandmother's house. You know, every time I go to Norway, I am amazed at what a special place it is. Everywhere you look is beautiful. But I would say that the highlight for me was to spend time with my family, and especially 3 generations of sisters. Memories that will last a lifetime. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you next Wednesday with another video.